Hi everyone, I'm Jesse at StroPro.com, and today I'm going to be showing you the StroPro Grip Boom. Now this is a variation of our C-stand boom, but it's a little bit shorter and it's a fixed length boom just like the C-stand boom. So we have 42 inches length here mounted into one of our grip heads. We have other booms if you want extensions to go out even further, so you can take a look at something like our HD Baby Boom, which has multiple sections, or even our 2-in-1 16-foot boom. But this is just a really concise, easy to use boom if you want to use something quick and you don't want to worry about extra extensions going forward. Now, a couple of features about this boom. We have our flat-sided spigot up here, which prevents any rotation when you put a strobe or a modifier on the end. It's also got a 1/4 inch, so if you wanted to fix mount an accessory that takes that, like a shotgun mic or something, that's really convenient to do there as well. And then down here we have our solid steel grip head. This is the same grip head that comes with our C-stands, or you can buy these separately as well. It's very popular, a lot of strength in this, full metal, really nice T-handle here as well. So let's take a closer look at this boom, mount it to a stand, and see what it's all about. So I've grabbed our 9-foot HD stand here. This is a great stand to use with this because number one, it doesn't come with a boom, but it's a really solid stand. It's wheeled so we could move it around. Really great stand for the studio. Now you don't have to use this stand. You can use a regular stand. I would suggest kind of minimum like our 9-foot Air or our 10-foot Air, just so you have enough width that you're not gonna have to worry about counterbalancing that stand too much. Now, one of the things with our 9-foot HD is that it has a baby pin as standard. So there's two ways to mount our grip head, and we're gonna do that first of all, because your grip head is gonna come separated from the boom in the package. So right here, you see that we have two slots that we could put this thumb screw in. So for the baby pin, we want to use the top one here. So that just allows that screw to line up with the top of the spigot right here. But if you're using just a regular spigot, which is going to be shorter down there, I would recommend take that thumb screw out and put it in the bottom position. So that's if you were using like our 9-foot or 10-foot Air. But again, baby pin, we're going to use this one. And because we have a flat side spigot, what we're going to do, just back off that screw, drop it on there so it's lined up with the flat part. That'll prevent any twisting. And then we're just going to tighten that down. And you'll notice I'm keeping the handle on the right-hand side of me if I'm looking at it, and I'll explain why in a second. But on our grip head here, we have multiple holes, and that is going to fit our boom. So all we're going to do to prepare for that, loosen off the handle a little bit. That will allow this to separate. It's actually spring mounted here, so those will come apart just enough so that you can slide the boom. Now, if I grab the boom here, we can put that in, but you might notice that there's a hole in your boom here, and that's no problem. It's supposed to be there. This is just an option. You can mount this another way if you wanted to mount the boom in this side and then actually mount the T-handle right on there. But most of you are not going to do that because it restricts the rotation of the boom. So if you're wondering what that hole is, it's for that. But all we're going to do is go into the biggest opening that we have there, slide that in, and we don't have to slide that, very far out. It can just come like a couple centimeters out, tighten the handle, and there we have our boom mounted. Now, I mentioned before, we have the handle on the right-hand side. Why is that? Well, it's for safety, because if this ever came loose, someone bumped it or something, what's going to happen is that's going to self-tighten as it comes down. Now, when there's no load, it doesn't really matter, but if you've got a heavy strobe on there, you don't want that coming crashing down. And that's exactly what would happen if we were putting the handle on the left-hand side. So when I say left, my left when I'm looking at it. So if it was this way, it's just going to loosen right off. So it's just a safety precaution, why we keep the handle and the weight over there. And speaking of weight, when we have the load out, we want to make sure that we put the load over a leg. So I have my stand leg pointing that way. I have another one here and another one here. We do not want to put the weight in between the two legs because it's going to create a tipping hazard. With this heavy-duty stand, it's not much of an issue because it's a very solid stand, but with lighter-duty stands, you might have that tipping issue. So again, handle on the right and boom over the leg with the weight and you'll be fine. So let's mount a strobe to our boom, and one way you can do that to make it a little bit easier, we can loosen off the T-handle there and we can actually slide the boom towards us until we have a nice working position. And you might want to do this anyway because you might be putting the light over a tabletop or something where you don't need it extended all the way. So this is just an easy way to do that. Now I mentioned earlier that we have a flat-sided spigot, and that is extremely important on booms. Not every manufacturer has that, and it becomes super annoying when they don't, because what happens if you don't have a flat-sided spigot, you put your light on there and the screw is clamping down on that round spigot, and what happens is when I have a softbox or something, this just wants to twist down all the time, and it's really annoying to deal with. This simple thing we pay attention to, and we have our flat side over here, and I'm just going to mount the screw against that. And you see that my light is not in the position I would likely want it. That's no problem. We're just getting it into position. But now with that mounted there, what I can do is I can loosen that handle just a little bit. You don't have to like unscrew it very far. Now I have rotation this way. I can also extend this out if I want to, sliding it out that way, and then I can lock it in position wherever I want. I don't have to worry about that twisting, and it's just a really nice feature. So there you go. We can extend that all the way out to the end because this grip head grips so strong, and you want to just be careful if you do have a heavy load on there. Lock that in. And there you go. This is where it becomes really important. You want to tighten up all of our locks here and make sure that that weight is over the leg, or at least that you have a sandbag on your stand to prevent any tipping. So I've taken off the strobe from this and we're ready to put it away. You never want to leave a boom kind of at eye level. It can be a hazard there. So what I recommend, loosen the handle and we're going to point that down. If it's hitting a leg or anything on your stand, you can loosen and just rotate until it's vertical. And then the nice thing is we can tighten that. We could take our stand, we can collapse it down, and then you can see we're not taking up any more space really. It's nice and tucked away. We're ready to put that in the corner or throw it in our car to go to our next shoot. So there you have it, guys. That is the Strobe Pro Grip Boom. It's a really simple boom, 42 inches long, but it's solid steel and it's really convenient to use. So check out our whole lineup of booms at strobepro.com, and until next time, enjoy creating.